Okay, so today's technique, what we're going to be looking at is soft tissue release. So it's an advanced technique for sports massage therapists. It provides a very precise stretch to the muscle and its fascial tissue. So it's a brilliant technique if you want to soften any adhesions you might be finding in the tissue structures. It helps increase flexibility of that particular structure. It's not really neuromuscular techniques, it's not like your trigger pointing or techniques. It's more of a precise stretching. The idea of soft tissue release is that you're going to create and put the muscle into a short position. So I'm going to show you here on the biceps. So this is passive, so the client is nice and relaxed. So you would put the arm into flexion passively. You apply your lock. You would always work from distal to proximal, so from insertion to origin. The point of your lock or your block is to create a new insertion point. So from here, you can either use a short block, which would be your thumb, your fingers, or your knuckles, or you can maybe use a broad block, which could be the ulnar border of your hand, the palm of your hand, your elbow, or even indeed your forearm. As we're only working on an arm in this situation, we're going to use a short block. Also depends upon which muscle you want to penetrate. Biceps brachii here is indeed a superficial muscle. If you want to get into brachialis underneath, you might want to apply a little bit more pressure. So the difference between a superficial block and a deep block is going to be the amount of pressure that you apply, but also the angle of the block as well. You always angle the block towards the origin point. So biceps, the origin is the supratubercle of the glenoid cavity, but also the coracoid process of the scapula. So here I'm going to use my thumb, which is a short block. I'm going to angle that I'm going to go for a deep one, so I'm actually going to try and get into the deeper fibres of brachialis here. So I'm going to go for 45 degrees, 45-degree angle with a relatively good amount of pressure towards that origin there with my thumb. Then what I'm going to do is once my block has been applied, I'm going to passively extend through the elbow joint. Move it back up. Now my block is going to move upwards towards the origin. Again, I'm still maintaining a nice deep fascial block. So I'm going 45-degree angle towards the origin with a good amount of pressure, and then I'm taking the arm through into passive extension of the elbow joint. You can continue using this technique all the way up to the biceps. If you wanted to get a bit more broader block, you can come in with your whole fist and you can stretch out the whole of the muscle.